welcome everybody to the channel vlog, episode number 13. My name, as always, is Maxwell, and it is going to be a short one again this week, like it was last week, because there isn't that much to talk about, just 2 or 3 separate points. So, let's just launch straight into it. First and foremost, Minecraft. Thank you very much for all of the fantastic suggestions you've been sending in for the mod pack that we can use if we decide to knock Tekka Classic on the head, because Tekka Classic's been going 89 episodes, I think, at this point, almost 90. So it's coming to a close, basically. The series is probably going to end around the 100 and something episode. So great suggestions all round. One I'm particularly leaning towards is the Yogcraft Complete Pack, I think it's called. Problem with that is it uses the AT launcher, and because the pack's so large, you need 64-bit Java, and the missus, she plays Scuttlebug. She plays on a pretty old machine, so I'm not sure if she'll be able to run the Yogcraft Complete Pack. So we may have to hold out on that one for a little while longer until she gets some better hardware. But so far, leaning towards that one. If it's not going to be that one, then it'll be something like Attack of the B Team or something along those lines. So some excellent suggestions coming in so far. Keep leaving more suggestions in the comment section though. I'm still reading them, so every suggestion that you leave is greatly appreciated for what mod pack you'd like to see some videos of if we ever decide to knock Tekka Classic on the head. That's it for that one. Secondly, I just want to quickly talk about World of Tanks. We're getting through quite a lot of World of Tanks replays this week. I think I've done 4. The target was 4 or 5 a week, 1 every single day. I think I'm missing today because this vlog's going out instead of a World of Tanks video. Let me just quickly check that. Yep, that is the case. So, no World of Tanks replay today, but I'm going to probably bring you one on Saturday and Sunday, so I wouldn't worry too much about that. But getting through quite a lot of the replays. I've still got quite a lot that you guys have sent in to get through. I just want to give you a few words of advice which should increase your chances of getting a replay picked and viewed. If you've got a lot of replays, don't send them all in one email. If you send me one email with like 5 or 6 links, I'm not going to download them all. I'll have a look through what they are, maybe, if they're in the link title. If they're not, I'll just close the email, I'm sorry, but I get too many of them. If the name of the replay is in the link title, then I'll probably pick 1 or 2 rare tanks that I don't see very often, which means that your best replay might not necessarily get downloaded. Same is true if you send them in separate emails. So if you send me 4 emails with 4 different replays, one after another, I'll probably only download one of them. I'll probably pick the one which is the tank that I don't see very often, download that, and just ignore the rest. So if you've got a lot of replays, send 1 or 2 replays per email and space them out over the course of a couple of days. Otherwise, they just won't get viewed. I think that's it. That's the one. That's the major bit of it. Oh, secondly, don't send me any replays from before 9.0 patch now. 8.10, 8.11. I'm not going to watch those replays. I'll double click on it. If it comes up, the replay is out of date. Would you like to attempt to play it anyway? I'm going to click no and close it and delete it. So don't send me any pre 9.0 replays anymore. We're too far along. We're too deep into 9.0 now. So I'm not going to be watching 8.10, 8.11 replays. If they are some of your best games, then I'm sorry, but you're just going to have other awesome games. You know you can do it, so yeah. So that's it for World of Tank replays. Finally, I want to come on to point number 3, which is Twitch TV. Now, any of you who've been following the channel for a while will know that I'm not a big fan of live streaming. Just personally, I love joining Circumplexes on his live stream, and I love doing the Dream Team stuff, but personally, I'm not a big fan of live streaming myself, and that's just because I don't really have time to get stuck in front of a computer for 4 to 6 hours, even for 2 hours, because of the family, because of my job. I don't have the time. So, but that might all be changing. Now, I'm not ready to talk about it just yet, but there are some pretty big changes coming. I'm probably going to be ready to talk about them in a couple of weeks, maybe, but as part of that, the lead up is going to be I'm going to be trying to live stream more often, at least 2 to 3 times a week, and join Circumplexes on his live stream on a Wednesday. They're not going to be very long live stream. It's probably only going to be 2 to 3 hours to begin with, but I'm going to try and ease into it and try and get back. Because I used to do quite a bit of live streaming when I first started doing World of Tanks videos on my YouTube channel, and I did used to do quite a bit of live streaming. But I'm going to try and get back into it now. So what I'll do is I'll leave a link in the description to my Twitch TV channel if you want to go ahead and give me a follow. What I'm going to try and do is I'm going to try, please don't take this as gospel and don't hold me to account if it doesn't happen, but I'm going to try and live stream for at least 2 hours tonight. Secondly, I want to talk about the content of those live streams. It's not all going to be World of Tanks. First and foremost, this is a variety channel. Yes, I do a lot of World of Tanks content because I like World of Tanks, I enjoy it, I'm alright at it, but I know the theory behind it, which is why I do the sub replays and give advice on other people's games. Just my fingers don't like to do what my brain tells them while in the middle of a game sometimes. It happens when you get a little bit older. It'll happen to you kids. But so the content on Twitch TV isn't going to be all World of Tanks, just like on the YouTube channel it's not all World of Tanks. First and foremost, this is a variety YouTube channel. Try and do a variety of different content with an emphasis on World of Tanks. So some of the live stream stuff will be World of Tanks, but it's going to be variety stuff. It's going to be lots of different games at lots of different times. So if that's something you'd be interested in, link in the description to the Twitch TV channel. Give me a follow, and obviously you'll get an email every time that I go live, and it'll tell you what game I'm actually playing. Also, you can probably follow me on Twitter. That's in the description as well, because I'll always tweet out if I'm going to go live. But like I said, fingers crossed, tonight going to try and live stream for a couple of hours just to try and ease back into it over the next couple of weeks or so, and then in a couple of weeks I should have an announcement for you guys, and then the reasons for certain things changing will become clear, and I'll let you know exactly what is changing. Lastly, you guys who were interested in my Lifeless Planet playthrough, full version of the game launched today, so you can expect tonight, I think 2 hours after this video goes live at about 8 PM, you can expect part 7 of the Lifeless Planet playthrough. So that's great if you were waiting for that. I was having a lot of fun playing it, and I know some of you guys were having a lot of fun watching it, so fingers crossed we can get through a good chunk of the game now that it's gone live. So that's everything. Any comments on the Twitch TV stuff, stick them in the comment section below. Any tips and advice or requests if you want me to play a certain game or do a certain kind of content or stream at certain times, blah blah blah. Comment section below, let me know. I'll take all feedback into consideration. So yeah, that's about it. Thanks very much for watching, guys. Stay awesome for another week, and I will catch you next time.